Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pineapple King. This is day, I think, 18, but it's day Chargers, baby. Let's get into it. Go sub, comment, everything. I love you guys. Best and worst right now. Off-season moves for the Chargers. You know, Mekhi Becton's obviously great. Re-signing Elijah Molden. Getting Amari and Hampton in the first round is a cool thing, especially if Najee is truly gonna stay injured with that firework injury like an idiot. Losing Joey Bosa obviously sucks. Losing Mike Williams doesn't suck as bad, but Quentin Johnson really needs to step up because behind Ladd, that's all there really is right now. And then now without Bosa, you need a kind of a front seven. That defense is a lot of young guys, a lot of old guys, so they kind of got to mix together well. Hopefully. Let's get into it. And in Brazil, you are going to take down your opponent, the Chiefs. They're going to lose game one. I think the Chargers come out firing, man. I think they want revenge. They never got to play the Chiefs in the playoffs because they just got cooked. And they're hungry, man. They are hungry. And then you go to a little bit easier of an opponent in Allegiant Stadium, too. So, not as easy as people think, but I don't think Ashton Genty's fully ready. Even if it's the Chargers mid, but somewhat good defense. And Herbo's obviously like top 10 quarterback. So you got Lab McConkey, maybe that rookie running back, but Najee Harris is in. Who knows? Then you got the Broncos, which is going to be really tough. Really tough divisional opponent. You go back-to-back division opponents right here, and you guys prove your worth. Let's just say you prove your worth, because that is crazy to me. Broncos have a great defense. Chiefs have a great offense. The Raiders built a really good offseason, and you come in there and beat all three of them and say, you know what? I'm atop the division. I'm 3-0, and I look great. Which, is kind of fair. I mean, they went 11-6 last year. They did really good when people really weren't. Nobody was on nobody's radar. It just Justin Herbert is Justin Herbert, and Lyle McConkey showed out. So, I mean, then you got the Giants. So you're starting at 4-0. You start really good, and it's somewhat of a hard schedule with that going against that defense. But I think Justin Herbert can handle it. And then you get the Commanders, but it's in SoFi, which helps a lot. Same with that Broncos game. It's another W. 5-0, guys. What are we doing? We're atop the division, obviously. I think obviously you beat all three. You're still undefeated. You're atop the division still, and you go to Hard Rock. Boom, you win. Who knows what that offense is going to be like? It's very similar to your guys' offense. If they actually are, if Tua's healthy, if Tyreek's not washed, who knows, right? And their defense is around the same as yours, so I see very similarities in both those teams. Then you have the Colts, and we don't even know who's going to be starting at quarterback at this point. We have no idea who's going to be even starting. Probably Anthony Richardson, but who knows? Could be Daniel Jones. Then you got a quick turn on to the Vikings. Good thing it's still in SoFi. You don't have to go anywhere. That's another W. Let's just get this out of the way, because I just want to talk about this. You guys start out literally 9-0. First half of the season is undefeated. I can officially say that is the most wins to be undefeated by any team so far that we have gone through, and we've gone through over half the NFL. Why the Chargers? Why they're not even the best AFC team in the NFL or the NFC, obviously. Why? I mean, I just think that nobody believed in them last year, and they're kind of in the same exact position that they were this year, where they're kind of just sitting around the middle area, and I think they're going to go and dominate, and they're going to win the close games. I think Justin Herbert can win the close games, and if their defense needs to step up and make a move, they could do that. Not that they're going to play great, but also if you look, the best offense in this first half is the Commanders or the Chiefs. Other than those two, the Broncos is decent and the Miami is decent, but the rest of these offenses could be trash, The Chargers defense doesn't have to step up, but when it does, against those better offenses, then you can do it. And Justin Herbert can handle his own. You saw it last year. Obviously, if I spent a minute talking about that, you know what's about to happen. This is the Steelers' second time ruining an undefeated season for some team. And it's in SoFi too, which is just really going to suck. But I just think that Aaron Rodgers is going to have a good game, and it's going to be against the Chargers. And you know what? Do you guys remember, I think it was 2 years ago, when the Chargers played the Jags in the playoffs, and they were up 27-0 at halftime, and like the Jags were screwed, whatever, and then they came back and won like 30-33. I mean, they're going to beat the Jags again. That's not the point. But the point is, after this bye week, you only have one loss. You're 10-1. You basically become the second half playoff Chargers from that game. And you split the series with the Raiders. You lose to the reigning Super Bowl champs. You split the series with the Chiefs. It's just 3 straight. Boom, boom, boom. And the Raiders game's obviously going to be close. I think both Raiders games are going to be close both times you play. Then this could switch. You may not be undefeated. You may start. But I think that you sputter out at the end of the season. I don't think it's because of injury. I don't think Justin Herbert's going to get injured. And if he does, then my prediction's especially going to be perfect. I don't think he will. I just think that the team's going to start sputtering. I think they're going to start losing those close games instead of winning those close games. Except for Dallas. Whatever. And then, you know what? You going to lose the next 2 games. Like, you look at that first half of this board, and then you look at the second half. Oh, my Lord. Man, it is bad. But finishing 11-6, just like you did last season, really good. Got you into the playoffs last year. Let's see where it gets you this year. Now, here we go. I didn't uncover them, but I know where you guys are. Ready? Boom. I had the Chargers at 4-13 last year. Obviously, they played the Texans last year at 11-6. I didn't believe in the team. I was one of the people that was like, it's not gonna happen. They can't do it. They're not gonna do it. Justin Herbert by himself is not gonna be able to do it. And you know what? He did. He actually did. So 11-6. I know you guys have been waiting for this. The Chargers at 11-6 win the AFC West, and that is your AFC playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. That is your AFC playoffs. Ravens with the bye. Bills versus Bengals is going to be 2 electric offenses going against each other. Chargers Chiefs, a division rivalry that's going to be super fun. And then Texans Broncos. I think that's going to be a very interesting game as well. I think they're all going to be good games. If I had to throw quick predictions real quick, even though it's a Chargers video, I think the Bills beat the Bengals by like 3. I think the Chiefs beat the Chargers by like 7 just because it's the playoffs Chiefs. And then the Broncos beat the Texans by 10. We're about to dive into this head first, NFC, and it's going to be fun. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for that.